So
or they're just like not even doesn't phase them.
Right? Yeah, it's
not phased. It's like whatever.
Oh, what, you're gonna state of emergency again? Go,
yeah,
go do it. Just do it.
I dare you.
I dare you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another, oh my gosh, we gotta stay home again kind of episode. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're the hosts. My name's MJ.
My name is Adam.
And today, everyone, just want to say thanks for joining us this week. It's going to be another fantastic week. I think people are getting excited for Golden Week because that's this week.
Yep.
Or is it really? Has the last year possibly been a golden year for some of us? Because it's just like we've been on vacation, but a weird one.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a fun vacation.
Maybe not golden, maybe not silver, maybe like fourth place. I don't know.
So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, everyone. The theme is lockdown.
No.
Again?
Why?
That's right. So before we get rolling into this topic, everyone, just want to say, again, thank you so much. If you like our channel, you could subscribe down there. You can join the membership if you like. We have some cool perks for you to check out if you'd like to, donate to me and Adam. What we're doing here, bringing these videos for you so you could improve your English, maybe learn a little something, create a community of people, like-minded people who want to improve their English. Yeah. Or just like the video and just comment and be like, yeah, this was awesome. Yes. Let's talk about this. Let's discuss the current lockdown. I'm not even sure how many times this has happened now, but according to Mr. Suga, the prime minister, who has officially announced this like onegaishimasu lockdown, because it's not like the lockdowns that they have in America or some European countries where it's like illegal if they find you outside during these times.
You get fined,
Yeah. Here from April 25th to May 11th. So during right now, everyone, where are you watching this from? We should be home because who knows, this new pandemic, this new strain of coronavirus, which is blowing up in Osaka right now, right?
Yeah.
And even the governor over there is asking pretty much the government, the country, to be like, hey, okay, we need to start another lockdown, because I learned that he himself can't do it for his prefecture.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He doesn't have the power to do that. So he has to say like, hey, please, it's getting really bad over here. Bring another like we need to express how important it is to lock down again to everyone publicly on TV. So it took them a little bit of time to finally admit, okay, yes, let's do that. And it's a little scary because, of course, Osaka really needs it, but people are thinking that new strain of virus is going to come to Tokyo or the Kanto area.
Yeah.
And if it does, I remember one doctor saying like, it's going to be like 2,000 or 5,000 in a day. Like, no problem.
Wow.
Tokyo.
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy. But hearing that, it makes sense because they were saying how easily or much more easier it is to transmit the Shinshin Gata COVID-19 virus.
Yeah.
You know? So that's crazy and even more scary.
Right. As well as it infects younger kids a lot more. They've been hospitalized as well. So like, come on now. They're thinking, okay, what happens now if it really blows up in the Tokyo area and schools now have to be shut down? Once schools are shut down, who's going to take care of the kids? Mom and dad have to stay home. Right. So then mom and dad cannot go to work. Right. And then what? Then, okay, we can't go to work. We're not getting paid. Now times are going to be a lot harder than they were. Right. Yes, this is a good thing, but looking at the length of this lockdown, of this onegaishimasu down, it's not too long. It's like 2 weeks.
Just about 2 weeks. Like April 25th to May 11th?
May 11th,
Yeah. That's not that long at all. And considering that the numbers are delayed 2 weeks, of course, it's going to drop. It's going to dip during Golden Week. But then once everyone's back out of vacation, out of holiday mode, when they're going back to work, it's going to just be normal again. I say instead of starting it on the 25th, if you're going to do a lockdown, do it from after Golden Week when people aren't with their families, because that's when people are already going to those places. Like, you're going to Tokyo to work. After work, hey, let's get a drink or two, which is the common thing where when you're not going to work, you're not traveling, you're not required to travel for work, it makes more sense to not have a lockdown and just tell people to stay home instead. And then lockdown after. So then you can get more than 2 weeks, you can get 3 weeks or 4 weeks or longer of this situation to kind of curb itself. Or just get everyone vaccinated.
That is a whole nother barrel of problems that the Japanese government, I think, is fighting. What does everyone think who's watching right now?
Yeah,
that is definitely one answer to get a lot of people vaccinated quickly. Yeah. I feel that they spent maybe a little too much time with this simulation practice. Yeah. Was maybe a little too much. So that now that they're finally doing it, it's taking a lot longer. Right. I heard from another source, someone added up the numbers and they were like, it's going to take Japan at this rate 10 years to have the whole country vaccinated. That is a long time. That is a long time. Our whole world is going to be so different.
We'll have flying cars by then. We'll be living on Mars by then.
Everyone's going to have this Neuralink, Cyberlink, in 10 years.
Oh yeah.
So something needs to be done with that. Yeah. So that is definitely one way to do away with these lockdowns. But even still, it is definitely, I feel, just a way to get everyone to stay home more during Golden Week.
Yes.
Because I think it was during winter break where they didn't have a lockdown, but they were just saying on the news, okay, don't go out, kind of stay home. Yeah. But then news reporters would go to some beaches in Izukogen and surfers are everywhere. There's families everywhere. Right. And they're like, oh, what do you think about the pandemic? Shouldn't you be home? And they're like,
there's not that many people. We also have go-to travel to get rid of right now. So
I think the government kind of saw that, okay, no one really stayed home. So let's definitely put this lockdown for Golden Week to have them really okay, you can't go out. And since it's going to be a lockdown, I'm sure a lot of stores, retail or restaurants will have to close down. Right. So then us, the citizens, won't have a place to go, shouldn't have a place to go.
But then it's the lockdown is focusing on not leisure spots, but pubs and izakayas and bars and stuff like that. So is it really going to have an impact if you think about it? Because if that's where the cases are rising, supposedly, and that's where they're putting the bans on alcohol sales and stuff like that, then there still could be clusters formed elsewhere, like in parks or in play places, in places where people will go with their families. The beach.
Around ones.
Disney,
Universal.
Exactly.
I'm sure they're closed.
Maybe, but who knows, right? So it's okay, lockdown. But does everyone have that in their brain that it's lockdown? Because the places where people will normally go during Golden Week are still probably going to be open or running as usual.
For the lockdowns that they've been implementing, it wasn't, they were asking companies okay, try to have only 70% of the time people will be working from home, doing this remote work as much as possible. Right. But it's so many of the companies don't know how to do that. Right. Or maybe there's some sort of thing within that job where they cannot do that. So, or it's too much trouble to now try to put this new sort of style of work. The system. So they can't do it. The government should have been okay, let's figure out who's doing it right. Example, Amazon has been nobody's in their office. Right. I've heard. if the government was like, okay, let's look at these other big companies that are doing it properly. Let's go and ask them how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Give them money to then tutor possibly other companies or create this like lesson plan to give to other companies to say, this is how you're going to have all of your employees work from home from now on.
Right.
I think that's where one thing that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But connecting to what you were saying about how the lockdown is really aimed at bars, clubs, just restaurants for after hours, because a lot of them it's like, okay, the lockdown is okay. Don't have your staff go to the office. Onegaishimasu. But restaurants and clubs for at night, you have to stop at 7 p.m.
Right.
So, okay, that's curtailing and keeping people from going out after work, which a lot of people were doing, and now they can't. So the numbers should be dropping, which I think they did.
Right. Yeah.
During like the first big lockdown.
Yeah. But
then after they opened it up again,
right,
people were like, "Yay, kampai!"
We're out of the woods. But another thing is that lockdown happened when people were actually working, so that's why it was effective. So now we have Golden Week. People are not working. The lockdown is going to probably end like right after Golden Week, a week after maybe. So then it's just back to normal. I took a break. I went to the Konbini and bought some beers during Golden Week, and I can go back to the izakaya on Monday, which is how it feels, how it seems.
Yeah.
Because that time frame is so small, and it falls in a place where it's not going to inconvenience a company having to have their workers or employees work from home because there's a lockdown. Even though the first time there was a lockdown, state of emergency, they waited so long to call this state of emergency. They waited until the first time there was a Golden Week, and like a month before Golden Week happened, it was like, okay, we'll call a lockdown, and that's when everything went into high gear. But it seems like it's to kind of not ruffle the feathers. What do they call it? Disturb the waters. They don't want to rock the boat for companies who are working and have to now figure out how their employees are going to work from home because the government declared the state of emergency.
Especially with the Olympics in Tokyo, that is the worst timing for this pandemic to happen. I'm sure they're all like so stressed out. That's probably why Abe was just like, that's it. Yeah. That's it. Like it could have been done better. Yeah. It could be done better.
It's
to make like more sense.
The story of the boy who cried wolf. We had the first lockdown. Everyone was really amped up and like trying to be diligent about staying home.
Right. I was washing my hands so much.
Alcohol sold out everywhere. Masks were sold out for the longest time. Companies were making masks. Companies who didn't even make masks before figured it out. They bought machines and stuff like that. The second one came and they're just like, oh, okay, like we got masks now. We're pretty good.
Yep.
And now we're at the third one. And everyone's just like, So,
or they're just like not even doesn't phase them.
Right. Yeah. It's
not phased. It's like whatever.
Oh, what? You're going to state of emergency again? Go. Go. Do it. Just do it.
I dare you.
I dare you.
Everyone watching, are you going to stay home for this? Are you staying home right now for this? Do you have plans to go out? Like straight and simple. Or are you going to abide? Lock down, onigaishimasu, say kashikomarimashita, stay in home.
Right.
You're gonna amp up the Amazon Prime, gonna really use up your minutes that you've paid for Netflix. Let us know in the comments, everyone. That's it for this episode. This is not just a problem within Japan of this lockdowns and if they're working or if they're not, because there's plenty of countries around the world and cities, a lot of people who have been like protesting lockdowns that have been happening, saying it's just too much and stuff. But at the same time, like it's necessary if not everyone's vaccinated. And if the numbers are going up, we don't want them to get to a point where our hospital beds are all full because that's when more people will be dying.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So we don't want that. So, okay, stay home. Stay home. like the video, subscribe to the channel if you would like to. Me and Adam, just two dudes hanging out in Japan, talking about things about Japan, giving our 2 cents.
Yeah.
And congrats to everyone for a hashtag Eigo Every Day. You all did wonderful.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like something else should be done because a lot of people enjoyed it, and it's a really good thing to keep people motivated to learn English in a fun way. That's, for sure. I think, simple. Yeah.
I think if you just keep it up, keep it on going until we have the next one out, and we'll let you know.
Oh. Yeah. There you go.
Eigo Every Day. And if you want to get in contact with us, check out our SNS channels. We got Instagram, where we've seen a lot of the Eigo Everyday posts. We also got Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook as well. You can check out those channels and message us there too.
And that is it. We'll see you on the next step.